Hello everyone, this is Payal Bacha. Welcome to Pharma Desert. In this video, we will discuss about aerosol part 3. So let's get started. In aerosol, what are the mechanism for manufacturing of aerosol? First one, you have to take a empty can and add a product in empty can. After adding a product, fit a valve on empty can. Added product plus a container. So fit valve on a container and after adding a valve, add a propellant on container and last one, fit a actuator on propellant. So that is about manufacturing of aerosol. First step, you have to take an empty can. After taking empty can, you have to add a product in empty container. So your product container that is filled with a product. So this container that is fitted with valve and after fitting of valve add a propellant and the last one fit a actuator. Next one, manufacturing of pharmaceutical aerosol. Manufacturing of pharmaceutical aerosol that is done with the help of three apparatus. First one that is pressure filling apparatus. In pressure filling apparatus, it consists of a pressure burette that are capable of metering a small volume of liquefied gas into the aerosol container under a pressure. So according to their name, pressure filling apparatus that consist of or that are made up of pressure burette. And what is the capacity or power of pressure burette that are capable of metering a small volume of liquefied gas into an aerosol container under the pressure. So propellant that is added through an inlet valve that is located at the bottom or top of pressure burette. So propellant that is added into valve. So how propellant that is added into the inlet valve or how propellant that is added through a valve. So that is located at bottom or top of pressure burette. Propellant that is allowed to flow with its own vapor pressure in the container through aerosol valve. So propellant that is allowed to flow properly with its own vapor pressure in container with the help of valve. The trapped air they escape out from upper valve. So trapped air that is easily escape out from upper valve. So what about pressure filling apparatus? First one that are made up of pressure burette and pressure burette that are capable of metering a small volume of liquefied gas into an aerosol container under a pressure. While propellant that is added through an inlet valve and which is located at the bottom or top portion of pressure burette. So propellant, what is the role of propellant? It is allowed to flow with its own vapor pressure in container through valve. So trap air that is except out from the upper valve while propellant they stop flowing. So how that is or when that is stopped to flow? So when pressure of burette and container both are become equal. So in that case a propellant become stops to flowing. So if further propellant it is to be added. So rubber pipe leading to a cylinder of nitrogen that is attached to a upper valve and pressure that is exerted by nitrogen that is help in flow of propellant into container. So propellant stops flowing. In that case, if pressure of burette and container both are equal, and if further propellant is to be added, so rubber pipe that are useful for nitrogen attachment. Nitrogen that is attached to upper valve. So pressure that is exerted by nitrogen, and that is help in flow of propellant in a container. Another pressure filling device it makes use of position arrangement and is capable of maintaining a positive pressure. So this type of device that can't be used for filling a inhalation aerosol which have a metered valve. What is the procedure for a pressure filling equipment? This method, which involve filling of concentrate into the container at a room temperature. So first one, you have to fill your concentrate product in a container at room temperature, and then valve is placed in a container and it is crimped out. And after placing a valve, through the opening of valve, propellant that are added or it can be added under the cap. So since the opening of valve that are smaller in size, so it is ranging from 0.018 to 0.030 inches. and it limits the production as well as process that becomes a slow. So, in a procedure of pressure filling equipment, first step you have to fill your concentrate into a container at room temperature. After that, you have to place a valve in a container and crimp out. And through the opening of valve, propellant that is added under the cap. And since the opening of valve that are smaller in size, ranges that is around 0.018 to 0.030 inches, they limit the production as well as the process that becomes a low or slow. But with the use of rotary filling machine in the newer filling heads, where the propellant that are filled through valve stem, the production rate is increased. So, by using a rotary filling machine as well as newer filling heads, propellant that are filled with the help of valve stem and production rate that is increased. So trap air in container and air present in head space that is removed before filling the propellant to protect the product from getting adversely affected, and various units used in pressure filling lines that are arranged in the following orders. So the trapped air in container as well as air present in headspace that is removed before you have to fill the propellant to protect product from getting adversely affected. So if you are added a propellant, so before adding a propellant, you have to remove all the types of any trapped air in the container. So by removing the trapped air, you have to prevent adverse effect, and various units used in pressure filling lines that are arranged in following orders, like unscrambler, air cleaner, concentrate filler, valve placer, puncher, valve crimper, propellant filler, water bath, labeler, coder, and packaging table. And next one, that is puncher, vacuum crimper, pressure filler, all are replaced with a single unit if filling that is carried out by under the cap method. Advantages of pressure filling methods. First one, that is in advantages, solutions, emulsions, suspensions that can be easily filled by this method as chilling doesn't occur. While second one, contamination due to moisture, that is less. First one, solution, emulsion, suspension that is easily filled with pressure filling method. Any chilling effect or chilling issue that is doesn't occur. Second one, that is a contamination due to moisture that is less compared to cold filling method. High production speed that can be achieved. So high production that is occur with the help of pressure filling equipment, and loss of propellant that is less compared to other methods. Disadvantages of pressure filling method, that is certain types of metering valve that can be handled only by the cold filling process or through use of under the cap filler and valve crimper. So somehow some type of metering valve that can be only handled by the cold filling process, otherwise through a use of under the cap filler and valve crimper. So this type of this process that is slower process compared to cold filling method. So that is the figure of pressure filling equipment, and that is the figure of pressure burette. Second one, that is a cold filling apparatus. In cold filling apparatus, it consists of an insulated box, an insulated box that is fitted with a copper tubings and tubings that are coiled to increase the area that are exposed to a cooling. So insulated box should be filled with dry ice or acetone prior to use. An apparatus can be operated with or without metered valves. So in first step, cold filling apparatus that are made up of insulated box, and this insulated box that is fitted with copper tubings, and this copper tubes that is coiled. So how why that is coiled? That is coiled to increase the area for cooling purpose. In insulated box, it should be filled with dry ice, otherwise acetone, before use. An apparatus can be operated with or without metered valve. So hydrocarbon propellant that can't be filled into an aerosol container using these apparatus. Why hydrocarbon propellant is not filled into this type of container? Because large amount of propellant escape out and easily vaporize. and this may lead to a formation of explosive mixture. So, fluorocarbon vapor, they do not form any type of explosive mixture or a flammable mixture. So, through their vapor, they are heavier than air. So, you have to use fluorocarbon rather than hydrocarbon. What about the procedure of cold filling equipment or in this case, non-aqueous product in products which can withstand a low temperature that is around minus 40 degree Fahrenheit that are used in this method. So product concentrate that is chilled to a temperature of 40 degree Fahrenheit and that is filled into a already chilled container. So first procedure of cold filling method or first step that is non-aqueous product in product which can withstand at a low temperature. So non-aqueous product and product that is withstand with low temperature that is around 40 degree minus 14 degree Fahrenheit. So this type of product that is used in this method in product concentrate that is chilled to a temperature of minus 40 degree Fahrenheit and filled into a already chilled container. So product concentrate, first of all, that is chilled at temperature minus 40 degree Fahrenheit, and after chilled product that is chilled properly, this chilled product that is transferred into already chilled container. So then the chilled propellant that is added completely in one or two stage depending on the amount. So first of all chilled concentrate product that is added into a chilled container and after that chilled propellant that is added completely. And another method is to chill both the product concentrate as well as propellant in a separate pressure vessel to minus 40 degree Fahrenheit and then filling them into a container. So second method is chill both the product concentrate as well as propellant in a separate pressure vessel and chill at around minus 40 degree Fahrenheit and filling them into a container. Valve that is placed and that is crimped onto the container. So after chilling the product concentrate, valve that is placed and that is crimped on the container and then test for leakage in strength of container that is carried out by passing a container into a heated water bath and where the content of container that are heated to a 130 degree Fahrenheit. So, test for leakage and strength of container. It should be carried out with the help of passing any type of container into a heated water bath. So, if content of container that is leakage, so that is easily identified, and this type of leakage test that is performed at minus that is performed at 130 degree Fahrenheit. And after this, container that are air dried that is kept and labeled properly. So various units used in coal filling methods. First one unscrambler, air cleanser, concentrate, feeler, propellant feeler, valve placer, valve crimper, water bath, labeler, coder and packaging tables. The cold filling method is no longer being used, so as it has been replaced by pressure filling method. So that is not used for a longer time period. So it has been replaced by pressure filling methods. Advantage of cold filling method that is easy. It is easy process and a disadvantage that is aqueous product emulsions and those products that are adversely affected by cold temperature. They can't be filled by this method. That is the figure of cold filling apparatus. Next one, compressed gas filling apparatus. What about compressed gas filling apparatus? Compressed gas have a high pressure, hence a pressure they reducing the valve that is required. So the apparatus that are consist of a delivery gauge. So compressed gas filling apparatus, according to their name, compressed gas have a high pressure and hence pressure reducing valve that is required. So apparatus that are made up of a delivery gauges and a flexible hose pipe that can withstand at 150 pounds per square. Each gauge pressure that is attached to a delivery gauge along with filling head as well as a flow indicator that is also present in specialized equipment. So what is the procedure for a compressed gas filling apparatus? The product concentrate that is filled into a container and a valve that is placed and that is crimped on the container. So first step, product concentrate that is filled in container. After adding a product concentrate into a container, second one, valve that is placed on container and crimped on container. With the help of vacuum pump, air that is removed from container. So with the help of vacuum pump, air that is extra air that is removed from container and filling head is put in opening of valve and valve that is depressed and gas is allowed to flow into the container properly. So gas that is stops flowing if the delivery pressure and pressure within the container if become equal. So gas that is stop flowing in which case if delivery pressure as well as pressure within container both are same. Carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide, both are the gases that is most widely used for a compressed gas filling equipment and high solubility of gas in product that can be achieved by shaking the container manually or with the help of mechanical shaker. So if you have to require a high solubility of gas in product, so that is achieved with the help of shaking the container manually, otherwise shake the container with the help of mechanical shaker. Quality control test. It includes the testing of propellants, valves, as well as actuators and deep tubes, containers, wet checking, leak test, and spray testing. We will discuss one by one. First one for propellant. So various pressure and density of propellant that are determined and that is compared with specification sheet. First one identification that is propellant identification that is done with the help of gas chromatography and infrared spectroscopy. While purity and acceptability of product or a propellant that is done with the help of moisture halogen detection as well as non-volatile residue determination. What about valve, actuators and deep tubes? So sampling that is done according to a standard procedure that is found in military standards MIL STD 105D. So for meter dose aerosol, valves, test methods that were developed by a Aerosol Specifications Committee, Industrial Pharmaceutical Technology Section, Academy of Pharmaceutical Science. So for meter dose aerosol, valves, test methods that were developed by a Aerosol Specifications Committee, Industrial Pharmaceutical Technology Section, Academy of Pharmaceutical Sciences. And the objective of this test is to determine magnitude of valve delivery and degree of uniformity between individual valves. So, objective of this type of test is to, or it is easily determine magnitude of any valve delivery as well as they also determine degree of uniformity between each and every valves and standard test solution that were proposed to rule out variation in valve delivery. These are the standard test solution like isopropyl myristoyerate test solution A, B and solution C. So test solution A which contain 0.10% IPM, solution B contain 0.10% while C contains same. Second ingredient that is dichloro-difluoromethane. Solution A that is contain 49.95% dichloro-difluoromethane while solution B contain 25% and C contain 50.25%. What about third one dichloro-tetrafluoroethane. Solution A that contain 49.95%, B contain 25% while C contain 24.75%. Next one trichloromonofluoromethane alcohol. Trichloromonofluoromethane test C that contain 24.9%. While alcohol according to USP in test B that contain 49.9%. While specific gravity at 25 degrees centigrade. So test A specific gravity that is 1.38. Specific gravity at test solution B 1.09 and last one 1.88. Testing procedure. So take a 25 valves and that is placed on a containers that is filled with a specific test solution An actuator with a 0.020 inches orifice that is attached. So for testing procedure, first of all take 25 valve that is placed in a containers that is filled with a container that is already filled with test solution. So first of all take a container and fill with a particular solution and take a 25 valves for testing procedure. Actuator have a orifice diameter that is around 0.020 inches, temperature that is maintained at room temperature, and valve that is actuated to fullest extension for 2 second time period and weigh properly. And again the valve that is actuated for 2 seconds and weigh properly. So difference between them which represent delivery in milligram. So first actuation and second actuation difference. So difference between these two which represent delivery in milligram. So repeat this test for a total of 2 individual deliveries from each of 25 test units. Valve delivery per actuation in ml. There is a formula of valve delivery per actuation in microliter is equal to individual delivery weight in milligram divided by specific gravity of test solution. So that is the formula for valve delivery determination per actuation in microliter. Valve acceptance in valve acceptance deliveries if deliver your drug substance by 54 microliter or less, so plus or minus 15% that is acceptable, and valve deliveries that is around 55 to 200 microliter. So limits valve acceptance limits that is around plus or minus 10%. Of the 50 individual deliveries, if 4 or more are outside the limits, valve it is rejected. So if you are testing a 50 individual deliveries or valves, and in from 15 individual deliveries, if 4 test or 4 valves that are outside the limits, valves that is rejected. In 3 or if and second one that is if 3 deliveries or 3 valves that are outside the limits, another 25 valves that are tested, and lot that is rejected if more than one delivery that is outside the specification. Second one, if two deliveries from one valve beyond the limits, so further on 25 valves that is tested, lot is rejected if more than one delivery that is outside the limit. What about containers? Containers that are examined for defects in lining. So how it is examined? So quality control aspects which include degree of conductivity of electric current, that is measure of exposed metals. Next one about weight checking. In weight checking, according to their name, by checking the weight, you have to easily identify. It is done by periodically adding to a filling line dead empty aerosol container, in which after filling with concentrate that are removed and weigh properly. So same procedure that is used for checking the weight of propellant that being added. What about leakage test? In leakage test, it is a means of checking a crimping of valve and detect a defective container due to leakage. And it is done by measuring the crimp's dimensions and comparing. So in a leakage test, it is a means of checking. First of all, check the crimping of valves as well as the defect, uh, detect any type of defect that is occur in a container or not, and that is done by measuring the crimp's dimensions as well as comparing. So final testing of valve closure that is done with the help of passing the filled container passing the filled containers through a water bath. What about spray testing? In spray testing, most pharmaceutical aerosols that are 100% spray tested, and this serves to clear the deep tube of pure propellant and pure concentrate. So to check for defects in valve and spray pattern. So in spray testing, most of the pharmaceutical aerosol that are 100% spray tested, right? So they serve to clear a deep tube of pure propellant as well as pure concentrate. So pure propellant and pure concentrate that is available, if available, so which give 100% spray. To check for defects in valve and spray pattern. If any query or doubts related to topic, please write your questions in comment box. Thank you.